This week, boys, is going to be the most significant week to date. The main reason for this is that outside forces will have a significant impact on the market's decision to move upward or lower. Let's discuss this. Let's look into it and see if we can present any upcoming news for this week. It appears to be quite significant. Why? Take a look at all the data that is being released. Alright, more precisely, however, the Fed press conference and interest rate announcement will occur on Wednesday. Alright, finally, after a long wait, the next FOMC is scheduled for 2 days from now. Guys, 2 days. Do you have a bullish or negative outlook? I don't think the markets are particularly bullish right now. Why? Due to the market's expectation that the Fed will maintain interest rates. I believe they are neutral when they hold rates. That the Federal Reserve would remain neutral until June, when it might shift. Prior to this, it was at 60%. This was at 60% earlier, correct? It appears to have gone so far that they will also be holding a race in June. I'm telling it, I promise you everyone. Since the beginning of time, I have been saying this. I have been singing and shouting it, but no one is paying attention. Not amusing. Kindly give today's video a like. Thank you. Until a black swan event that will have a detrimental effect on the markets occurs, the Federal Reserve will not lower interest rates. They are then compelled to. However, they have been waiting for that for a long time, correct? It appears that the market anticipates holding rates in June. Maybe they could finally cut in July, correct? Perhaps until a black zone develops. This will also change. Folks, that's what I've been saying, until the 2020 cycle is restarted, but with 3 times the explosive power. Alright, what's especially strange, in my opinion, is that Ash Crypto broke a will, and now has 119.7 million Bitcoin short with 40x leverage. There was a whale that opened, and he is betting that the price of Bitcoin would drop. He charges 95.3K on average. Whether it's XRP or not, Bitcoin is currently trading at 94. Guys, when he joined, it was $1,000 less, correct? By the way, this job is worth $119 million, which is domain of will. Alright folks, 40x is evil since, well, it's clear that he's most likely in a no. I don't think it was because it did move down, unless this was a pure gamble play. So, is he letting us know that there might be a negative development coming? Let's discuss it. Alright, once more, there were top indications flashing there, but I'm not really convinced about Bitcoin. Here are my short-term recommendations for XRP. Alright, this one is for short-term support and costs about $25. Alright, $25. However, 180 is likely to be the main support. Now, let's support number 1 first, followed by number 2. Guys, support number 2 is definitely going to hold up for a relief rally. After that, it will likely determine whether he decides to move higher or lower. Alright, so if I haven't purchased and I would like to purchase more XRP, I would hold off till I saw a price between $1.90 and $1.80 in this area. Well, that's exactly what I think. Will we visit there today or tomorrow? Guys, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. Right now, the markets don't appear to be too hot. Given that hell is said to be located there, it might be hotter toward the downward now. Chad's behavior is becoming more serious. I take it that the XRP weekly is going to merge? Gentlemen, these are the moving averages. What can we observe here? Moving averages are one of the various sets of indicators that we see, and it's all about crossing. Isn't that right? However, isn't this meant to be bearish? I'm not sure which line is which. I'm not sure. The 5, 10, and 30 moving averages, however, are mentioned right here, correct? Therefore, if I'm not mistaken, I'm rather certain that's bearish, simply because I believe that XRP has been lingering in this area for a long time, consolidating and relaxing. That's not what it's supposed to accomplish, isn't it? It allowed these moving averages time to catch up. Unless it reverses its current tendency, they should avoid one another, right? So I'm not sure. At this point, a bullish divergence is the only thing that can save us, isn't it? More accurately, a covert bullish divergence. If Bitcoin can hold above, say, 93.7K or something around 94K, there will be this bullish across this bullish divergence, guys, which will pump cryptocurrency, which will pump Bitcoin and pump XRP. Keep in mind that all of this is happening right now. The price is higher than this level, but the RSI, whatever this indicator is lower, right? The momentum. It should be noted that Trump's deception is the reason we're losing. However, we did say that it will go down, correct? They will most likely use a number of gimmicks until the black one shows up, which will cause XRP to drop to at least $130. Therefore, any films made outside of the US are subject to a 100% tariff imposed by President Trump. The American film industry is dying, he claims, a death that comes very quickly. To entice our studios and filmmakers to leave the United States, other nations are providing a variety of incentives. Many parts of the United States, including Hollywood, are in ruins. This poses a threat to national security because it is a coordinated effort by other countries. It is in addition to all other propaganda and communications. As a result, I am giving the U.S. Trade Representative and the Department of Commerce permission to start the process of imposing a 100% tariff on all foreign-produced films that enter our nation right away. However, I believe that they are actually preparing for a recession of some kind in order to boost the economy once more. Customers in the middle class tapped out. Why? Eateries that are gradually getting smaller. Guys, take a look at all these bankruptcies. Correct. And shutting down sites. Whoa, I don't think it looks very well. Correct. Really, it doesn't? More proof of consumer vulnerability now. In the United States, sales at McDonald's dropped 3.6% in Q1 25, the highest since 2020, when the same outlet shuttered. Hold on, since 2020, is that what I see? I do indeed. What does that signify? That's right, it will happen again. Take a look at that in the negatives. Alright, this very moment took place in 2020. That Blackstone occurrence is likely to cause it to accelerate here shortly. A metric used to compare the revenue of restaurants that have been open for at least 13 months is same-store sales growth. This greatly above the -4.1% decline that was anticipated. Additionally, this was the second consecutive quarter in which sales have decreased, which is the longest run in a decade. It's concerning to note that poorer and middle-class customers' restaurant visits decreased by double digits compared to the previous year. Many people can no longer afford even fast food. Do you not see? Correct. Guys, it must happen. It is literally necessary. That's the only way to resume quantitative easing, print a ton of money, and boost the economy, but ultimately, it will collapse, isn't it? Because civilizations end like that. Guys, that's it for today. However, I'll just be ready to be honest and wait to see what happens. This isn't financial advice, so wait and see what occurs. But once more, this encounter will make this week crucial. Will the Fed adopt an optimistic stance? In the upcoming episode of Not Financial Advice, we will find out. What else does Face Me say? See you.